After last week's assassination attempt of Republicans at a baseball practice in Virginia, why is the left just now being called out for extremist positions?
Vice News ran with this headline, quote, extremism experts are starting is a key word there, to worry about the left. Ryan Morrow is a security analyst with the Clarion Project. He joins us now. Ryan, a little late?
Yes, more than a little late, because anyone that studies this type of extremism and terrorism knows that whichever political party or political philosophy does not control the White House, the extremism rises in that level. But even going back to under the Obama administration, their Department of Homeland Security was warning about an increasing threat from left-wing extremists.
Wait, why did we hear about that? Because we heard a lot about right-wing extremists at that moment, right? Fear of that, but nothing about this.
Well, there was that controversial report that came out of the Obama Department of Homeland Security that said right-wing extremists, you need to worry about them. Around the same time, this report came out, and it reads, left-wing extremists likely to increase use of cyber attacks over the coming decade. And it warns about extremists from the left wing acting as lone wolves. And this report was just focusing on the cyber element of the threat. You would assume that the overall threat was increasing, but the reason you didn't hear about it was because there was this mantra, this talking point, saying that right-wing terrorists were a bigger threat than Islamic terrorists throughout the Obama administration. It was made for political purposes.
Let's take a step back. What does the Vice News report say?
Well, first of all, Vice News is a left-leaning outlet, and even they are saying, and quoting experts as saying, look, we've got a problem here with extremists from the left becoming increasingly violent. Some might say it's not terrorism, but still, if you're rioting and you're getting into fights at protests, that shows a violent current that we need to be very concerned about. And I've got to tell you, when I look at the political discourse in the country, the hatred that it triggers this type of violence, it's one of the things that disturbs me the most.
Here we go on the screen right now.
You see things like this. I mean, a lot of this has been also, whether they're pro-Trump supporters or conservatives or anti-Sharia law protests, those protests are peaceful. It's the counter-protest of the anti-fascists or left, whatever they want to call themselves, that bring the violence into the mix. Is that part of what Vice News is talking about here?
Oh, absolutely. And it's a pretty sharp contrast there when you see how the different political philosophies deal with their grievances. You have peaceful protesters, and you may not like some of the signs, but then you have people that are trying to burn and attack people with the signs. But we have to take this very seriously, because even the founding fathers, right from the beginning, warned about the impact of political extremism, essentially. The spirit of party, they called it. George Washington said it was the greatest enemy of the American people. And Thomas Jefferson said similar things. And he said that it was actually a duty of the public to try to contain that spirit of party that divides us. And I look at the news headlines, and I feel like their warnings have not been listened to.
15 seconds left. Pete brought this up yesterday, saying this isn't a new phenomenon that just happened in the last week. The left has espoused violence for decades.
Sure, and if you look at the history of terrorism, you would see a huge amount of left-wing terrorism going on before 9/11, particularly during the Cold War era. So this is something that deserves our attention just based on historical patterns, and that's not to dismiss what's sometimes called right-wing terrorism, even though I don't like that type of terminology, but we have to pay attention to extremism on both sides.
And it's even more frustrating when they deny the Islamist threat at the same time. So,
yes, absolutely.
Ryan, thank you very much. Appreciate your expertise. All right, coming up, tired of the fake news? I know I am. Well, the liberal media won't stop talking about Russia, Russia, Russia. But up next,